is Jason McCann with Tikka Performance Center. Today we're going to be looking at Thumbhole Tactical stock. This is an incredibly well-made stock, especially for a laminate. Completely changed my perception of laminate stocks. Most of the ones I've seen have been rather crummy, they seem cheap, they seem just like pieces of junk. Chad does an incredible job at making these into works of art. First, let's start here. He provides a 1-inch limb saver recoil pad on every single stock. Every single stock, even their ultralights, can handle a 338 Win Mag without a problem. And this Thumbhole Tactical has a nice raised comb. The comb is level to the actual action, so when you're looking through your scope, you stay nice and level no matter what position you're in, no matter what the recoil position is. It's nice and raised for those large objective scopes. Have a nice palm swell in here. If you're a guy like me with big mitts, you'll like this. Has ample room for your thumb. Nice swell, nice flat base here for shooting at a bench or from prone. And then the lines of this stock are excellent. You know, you come through here. This is set up for a Tikka T3, which has a nice slope in the rear tang. He matches that very well. Perfect cutout. The feel on this is just like furniture. As far as the smoothness and how everything is put together here. Raises up with the action. Nice heavy barreled channel, free floated all the way from the action out to the end. You know, you can get this with actual vertical vents in here and side vents, which a lot of people don't realize that a vertical vent is the only thing that will actually cool your barrel. The side vents are more for show. That's easily available. You have a nice wide forend here for resting it on a bag. It's actual just under 3 inches here. You have an F-class model and a competition tactical model if you want a perfect 3-inch straight down the line. Now, also on here, and this should prove extremely accurate, he beds the recoil lug, and he uses 70-75 aluminum or steel depending on your request. 70-75 aluminum is stronger than steel. It's what they use in the space shuttle and in the military, and it's significantly lighter. And he actually beds this in the stock, so that way, I mean, there's just no movement here. Even with high recoiling calibers, 338 Win Mag, you're not going to get the dents that you'll see with the cheap aluminum recoil lug and the standard Tikka. Ample room for the barrel here. Again, the machine work is excellent. The way he cuts this out and the colors are absolutely phenomenal. So here's the left side of the stock, and you can see here ample space for your cheek to rest on. Very, very comfortable. That's where your thumb's going to come, wrap around here. And Chad does a great thing here with the cutout for the bolt. One of the things I don't like about raised cheek pieces on a lot of stocks is the fact that you have to lower it all the way in order to get your bolt out. According to Chad, you can actually take the bolt out without removing the action from the stock, or should just be a straight back pull. Once we get the actual gun in this stock, we'll definitely take a look at it. The gun that I want to put in this stock is not back from the gunsmith yet. I'm having a custom 7 sound built on a Tikka T3. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put our 223 test mule in here and take it to the range, and we're actually going to show you how easy it is to swap out the stock. But again, look at the lines on this stock, the coloration. This is the one of the custom color inlets, which is the camo, and so you have multiple different colors coming through here. They blend well. Doesn't look cheap. And for those of you who don't know, a laminate, I mean, this is a true laminate stock, which is real wood pressed together with actually composite sandwiched in between. And so what it does is it doesn't swell with moisture, it doesn't become more brittle like a composite in cold weather. It's actually more stable in a composite, more stable in a wood stock. It's the best of both worlds, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. See the bipod up at the front, clips on the front stud, plenty of room for it to grab, very stable. This is a Harris pivoting bipod. Just plenty of room there and playing the stock, and it just feels good. I got big mitts, and I can't wait to get in action inside of here. Hi, it's Jason McCann from Tikka Performance Center. we're going to show you how easy it is to take your standard Tikka T3 and turn it into a tactical tack driver. So what we have here is my personal 223. It's a 1-in-8 twist. This thing as is an excellent shooter. We're going to put Thumbhole tactical stock on it. We're going to put a whole new trigger kit on it. We're going to put a new scope, new bolt handle, bolt shroud, muzzle brake. We're going to do the works, and we're going to show you how easy it is to actually do all this. So, first, make sure nothing's in the chamber. Pull out the bolt. Pull out the magazine. And we're going to take off our scope. This has been an excellent scope. This is the Vortex PST front focal plane. Oh, didn't get that one out enough. 6-24, excellent glass. We're actually going to put the second focal plane on there just because I mainly shoot paper with this gun, and I'd like to have the second focal plane to simply have a smaller, finer crosshair. So we have the scope off of it, which is what you always want to do before you take the stock off. You don't want to put any pressure on your scope. And we're going to flip this over just like so. I'm going to take out 2 action screws. If you ever forget, the front one's the short one, the rear one's the long one. Pop these right out. I always use this opportunity, since it's already down, pop out the bottom metal. It just takes a little bit of a tug. Set that aside because we're going to use that in our new stock. And then just lift the stock right off the action. I'm going to put this there. And we're going to take this piece of Tupperware, set it to the side. Alright, so before we put the new stock on, we're just going to kind of clean up the action just a little bit. You don't want to trap anything underneath there. You shoot as much as we do. We go through a lot of solvents, we go through a lot of cleaner, just making sure that everything stays nice and clean. I know there's some guys out there who think that you should never clean your gun, that all the gunk in there kind of fills in the crevices in your barrel, and I read a lot about the validity of that, and there is some, but personally I like always having a really nice clean gun, making sure that it's always working very, very well. So we're just going to put a thin coat of oil on these parts that are going to be touching the stock, just to get a little bit of a moisture barrier. Alright, now let's grab our Thumbhole tactical stock here. Now we're putting these stocks on. We have the integrated recoil lug here. It's going to go on this notch on the action here. As long as we have that lined up, it should go in rather smooth. Come on. Got that lined up. We're going to put bottom metal back in. Just be very careful. There's a small hole right here for the trigger shoe to go through. Just make sure it slides right in there. Don't want to damage our nice new trigger. Push that down. Short one in front, long one in back. And personally, everybody's guns are a little different. I found that my guns like to be torqued about 40 inch-pounds, in the rear 35, and the front has produced some of the best accuracy for me. Let's rear tang in. Just kind of snug this down. And torque our front one down. It's that easy to change the stock. Helmut does an excellent job of making sure the fit is excellent on here. You can see just an excellent looking stock. Fits the line of the gun very well, and the rear tang, which is a very difficult part to line up on a Tikka, just because the tangs on these are a lot different than other makes and models. See here's our new safety on the new trigger, and off safety, on safety. Has a nice it's kind of a little diamond plating on here, which gives a real tactile feel, so you can really feel that you're on that safety. Nice free floated barrel all the way up to the recoil lug. Just an excellent looking stock here. So we have our gun, our action, and our new stock. Now let's do a little work on the bolt. With this stock, one of the challenges when you have a raised comb is that you have to lower it in order to remove the bolt from your gun when you're doing the cleaning. You put this nice channel in here, plenty of room to remove the bolt, plenty of room to put it back in. This follows that channel very well. Good job, Chad, in designing this. Right, well, so far I put about 35 rounds down range with the Thumbhole tactical stock. Extremely comfortable, very comfortable cheek rise, works very well with this nice 50mm Viper PST, and very stable, incredibly stable. It just feels good on the hand, works well on the rear rest, and works very well on the bipod. So definitely a winner here with the Thumbhole tactical stock.